Hi, my name is Joan and welcome back to my channel. I am officially in my experimental era. This coming March, I've decided I really wanted to look at my goals in terms of experiments, and Matt D'Avella was definitely onto something when he was like, let me do 12 experiments. 1 month equals 1 experiment. I think it would really help me looking at my goals in that way. And I think what I really had to realize is that I did not want to do like the prep work when it comes to having goals. I would say in the first quarter of the year, I recently realized that I have low self-esteem and I'm very much living on autopilot. And so before the quarter ends, I really want to push myself out of my comfort zone. And I think with these specific goals that I have in mind, they target different areas. Like they target my physical well-being, they target my mental well-being, and they also target on my career, which is something I really want to touch up on. And especially with my YouTube channel, I think it's interesting because on this day I got my 99th subscriber, and so I'm close to 100 subscribers on YouTube, but like I have over 7,000 on TikTok, and yet it feels like after like I had like my SVU boom on TikTok, it just kind of seems like I don't really do the same numbers. Like obviously like I don't really post a lot, I don't really post often, and so I think with that, it kind of goes with the fact that I think that I'm not relatable. I think that, everyone is trying to be a content creator in some sort of way. Personally, for me, I don't really see it as like a long-term thing. I totally see this as a short-term thing, just a stepping goal to what I want to do, which is really be in the film industry, be a writer, be a producer, and all that jazz. And I think the area of content creation kind of opens up because it's not just limited to just movies and TV and commercial. There's tons of other things. And so when I look at my YouTube content specifically, or my TikTok content, I feel like I'm not really putting myself out there. Like I put like pieces of myself out there, but not really. And so I just scared that I'm just not relatable. And that kind of dips in my self-esteem because then I feel like no one really knows me and I'm a loner and all these different things. And so my goal with these goals is to just have my audience of one, which is me essentially, because at the end of the day, I make this content for myself. Like, I don't know about y'all, but I do go back and watch my previous videos and I love them. They inspire me. Like, it's like when you're looking for a topic and you're like, oh, no one's made that specific topic, that means you're supposed to make it. And I definitely get that with some of the videos I have made, and I would say in the last like 6 months or so. And my audience of one is very specific, but I think at the same time, there's gonna at least be one other person that watches my content and they're gonna be like, oh my God, I love that. Thank you for making this. And my audience of one is a plus size Black queer woman who maladapted daydreams, who lives for new music every single week, loves TV and movies to the fact that she wants to make that her full-time career. She's a foodie at heart, and she just truly treasures the small joys of life. That is my ideal audience. And so my content going forward is going to be a little bit kind of a realm of that. Like the way I look at my YouTube channel is like a visual diary of sorts with like video essays, and like I'm currently working on a TV pitch, a mini pitch of things, but like I love that. Like, and I was inspired by Nando V Movies with his Deadpool 3 pitch, which I love. And it's kind of sad because we're never going to get that movie. We're never going to get it. I mean, it's the same thing, the fact that I literally go back and watch his Defenders rewrite, which is like 8 episodes. Like that whole playlist is probably 5 hours long, and I would go and rewatch it. I love those series of videos, and I love watching people pitch their own stuff. I love fan cast, and I'm like, why don't I create a fan cast? And so I'm very excited to share what my 3 goals are for next month, and it just makes me excited to talk about it. And it's interesting when you're trying to build up your self-esteem and you feel that active resistance against you. You feel it in your body. Like when I talk about, my goals and what I want to do, I feel the tension, like, oh, that's scary, we can't do that. But it's like, no, like you have to feel that tension, feel the resistance, and then move past it. And so that is what we're doing with these goals. So the first goal we're going to tackle next month is surrounding the 3-2-8 method. So I saw this on TikTok per usual, and I'm going to link the creator below. And basically what this looks like is going to be 3 times a week you're going to do strength training. 2 times a week, I think you're supposed to do some sort of cardio HIIT focused workout, and then 8K steps a day. And so on average, if you're doing activity every single day, at least for me, what I've noticed is that you can easily get up to 6,000 to 8,000 steps a day if you work out like at least 30 minutes on your day, like your day-to-day life. And so I'm like, 8K steps, got that. And so something I really want to improve about my body is that, like, yes, I do want to lose weight. I know I want to go back to like the more simplistic model of it. I want to do a 3-day split, you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we're going to do things and then we're going to rotate. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays for my HIIT or cardio based workouts, they're only going to be dance workouts and like dancing in particular. And so that's something I also want to work on myself about, is the fact that like I got cast in the musical, and so I'm going to be in the musical production of The Bodyguard. And, you know, I beat out a lot of people, and I thought my dancing skills wasn't really the greatest, and it's something that I really do need to keep up on and kind of learn/refresh, because I've never had any formal dancing training. And so not only do I want to work on dance workouts to get me better stamina wise, because I'm going to be doing dances while singing, but also to get in touch with my body. Like, when I look at my body, I like it and hate it at the same time, because I love doing body rolls, I love feeling sexy, you know, and I love dancing like on stage. But the fact that like I want to go to the gym and do like a dance workout in the gym, or like learn dances because I'm in like in a studio room in front of a mirror, but it's not a traditional dance, I would say studio, makes me feel uncomfortable, or like how people just dance in public. And I think this is very interesting because it also ties to this other TikTok where this person had a theory that white people, they kind of decenter dancing from their day-to-day life, versus people of color, they actively keep using it, you know. And as a black person, but also a Caribbean American person, we stay dancing no matter what. And so I really, my hope is to improve my confidence around dancing in public, to even get better at picking up choreography and doing the choreography saved in my phone and on playlists, because like it makes me, it's fun. I want to do it. Like, these dances were created for a reason. And also just to explore, you know, different workouts as well. And so that's the first goal that I'm tackling. The second goal that I'm tackling is 31 days of brand outreach. Basically, I'm trying to get a second income, okay? And I know I have my creative skills, and I feel like I'm now at the point where I've just pushed myself up to the brim, where it's like I have no choice but to fall over and put myself out there so I can earn extra money, because the amount I'm making is fine. But obviously I want to move out. I want to do all these different things. I want to produce films at like a tiny budget, and I don't even have enough budget to save for that. And so my goal is to reach out to 31 brands this month, one for each day. And so I can earn, or I can learn, or I can do user generated content for them. So I make content, I sell it to them, they make me money. Additional income things that I'm looking at is selling my photos and stuff on stock websites, because I do have a couple of good photos. Like, I have this really good photo of the Brooklyn library that I took. I'm gonna post it here, and I love this picture. I think it looks so crisp and nice, and I know I can make good money for it, so I'm gonna sell it. But I'm also gonna sell other photos, so I'm really looking at that. Third option is cheap headshots. I know, like, I think I'm a really decent photographer, and I've worked with other people, I've taken other people's photos, and they turned out really good. And so I think I would love to do headshots for people, and I know it's very expensive, and I'm like, if you're looking for a simple headshot, we're gonna do something simple. And I think my price range and what I'm kind of thinking about is gonna be good. And so I'm also gonna do that as well. I will be investing more with that because I'm getting new lighting and I'm getting a new backdrop. But I have, like, obviously I have my camera. I've been using this Canon up and down, you know, and so I've already come up with my list of 31 brands of outreach. I've already came up with the first 7 because I'm going to be focusing on the week-to-week basis. And so I have my first 7. And so today, what I plan on doing is going through this template that I got and really maneuvering it towards each company and what my hopes is to work with them. And so that's also very scary because like I'm gonna say I've done outreach before for like UCG specifically, but like I reached out to a bunch of production companies saying like, hey, I am a production person, like I would love to be added to your roster, and I got no response. So it's definitely a I would say a win-losing game, but like very much I'm going to fail, but it's better to fail forward and then learn and then keep going, because that's essentially what I did with this YouTube channel. Like sometimes I don't realize how much knowledge I have in me until someone literally is like asking me questions and I pull it out like nothing. And they're like, oh my God, you know all this? I'm like, yeah, I mean, this is all that I've learned from doing YouTube or doing TikTok or, you know, and now I'm getting my certificate in social media marketing from Coursera. And so I think that will definitely help in that context. My last goal is to experiment with my clothing and to create 3 new outfits for each week of the month and wear them out. I will say I did get a head start. I did create a new outfit that I went out with last night, but I will be wearing it again. I hate my clothes right now. Like, I like activewear and comfy wear. Like right now I'm wearing activewear, but I've always wanted to be a streetwear girly. I think the girls look sick. I think they look cool. Imagine I always imagine myself wearing the outfits that I wore and doing a little dance routine and look so fucking cool. Like with my outfit that I wore last night, I could literally do my XG cover with it. This is wheels turning in real time. I just want to experiment more and get out there. Like I know I have cute pieces. My closet is very much giving an ingredients household, but not like outfits. So what my goal is that one of these days, or if I have a little bit extra time, or just like when I'm like thinking and I have like, oh yeah, I think maybe these pieces go together, I created a Notion database and I have all my outfit creations. I do also have like specific pieces that I do like for my body. I recently did take measurements of my body, and so hopefully that will help with finding pieces and be like, okay, so this is like closer to my person size, and I think the fit will be a little bit better. I did get these cargo pants from Target and they do fit. The waist is a little tight, but it does button. I just think it's very interesting. You know, as a plus size person, shopping is not really the greatest thing. There's a lot of hoops to be jumped. Everything is online essentially, and everything is gonna be a little bit more because it's bigger sized. And on top of that, like just the fits that like are curated online by said companies are not even that good too. And so I know there was like the whole debacle with Old Navy pulling their plus sizes from stores, saying that not a lot of people were buying, even though I started shopping at Old Navy because they had plus size stuff. And I just want to feel pretty. I want to feel pretty. I want to feel confident. I want to like the stuff that I'm in my body, you know? And I did try an outfit that I was thinking about going out in, and it didn't really necessarily work. And I liked the dress. The turtleneck looked weird, but I was kind of going for like a 90s influenced type of deal. But I think my dress is too tight for what I'm looking for. But it's the fact that I'm taking the time and really thinking about those things. And so, yeah, my hopes with this goal is to like being in the clothes that I own and, you know, not purchasing too much. I do kind of have like a bonus goal that kind of ties into like everything else, and that is to cycle sync. Cycle syncing is basically living your day-to-day life in terms of how you eat, how you exercise, and literally how you go through your, you know, your choices, your decision making based off of the cycle that you're in. So for right now, as I'm recording this, I'm in my luteal phase, which is the phase right before menstruation. And so basically your body is preparing to shed the uterine lining, and you are in the fall of your body, fall season. And so some foods that I got some salmon, I got some sunflower seeds, I got cauliflower, I got some dark chocolate. And then workouts are usually kind of, you can do strength training. Like my body is going to be like peak in the beginning, but then it's gonna sink a little bit lower. So I can do like strength training, I do like Pilates, bar, dance workouts will probably help me this week. And so and also, like, if I'm doing any big projects, or if I'm really just like trying to wait on a decision, this would be the time to make it, you know, gather all my materials and things like that. And so I'm also trying to use that to influence my goals and hopefully just live a better day-to-day life, because I will be getting off birth control, which is something, a whole other battle ahead of me, because when I initially got on it, I was in a relationship and now I'm not. And then also I wanted to regulate my period. And so to know what's like after, I know it's going to be an adjustment. I'm very excited to see where this month leads me. And I'm very excited that you guys are watching me have this journey and doing this journey with me. I truly hope that this video inspires you to get out of your head, get your goals on paper, and just, you know, get started. Even if it's one tiny thing you have to do, even that means like just leaving your clothes out in the morning, prepping your meal before going to bed, maybe going to bed 15 minutes earlier instead of not at all. The tiniest changes really do make the difference.